Hello everyone and welcome to SD4014 Researching and Disseminating Pedagogic Research. This is just a quick overview to talk you through the learning design for this particular module. I suppose you are all familiar with Blackboard, so I'm going to start with absolutely essentials. In this area, from today, I'm going to be posting important announcements about the module, and I will make sure that I will have a copy for you in your emails. Really important, your calendar, where you're going to find important deadlines and other information. At the moment, for your attention, is the online thought discussion. We will begin on Monday the 14th of May and will run in the interaction zone until approximately Friday 25th of May. Also important, the lunch seminar, which is on the 16th of May and will be available lunch for you at 12 o'clock, and the seminar will start at 12:30. The topic of the seminar will be on e-research design. Now, that's the home page. Over here, you will see the two tutors for this module. So myself and Sandy will be available to ask to answer any questions, but also we will be available to discuss with you any research ideas, but also any partnerships you might want to do. So if you want to collaborate with each other, if you want our support in running some of your own research, please feel free to contact us and discuss your ideas. We are more than happy to get involved with your own research and support you. Very important for you, the module content. You will see it's a quite straightforward, plain approach here. You will find the module overview. In the module overview, under the researching and disseminated practice here, you will find roughly the key important things, which are the aims and the outcomes for the module. But perhaps really important for you are also the materials from the residential. So over here, as we progress, the materials, the PowerPoints and any other booklets that will become available. Also, under module control, you have the various resources. You have a list of ebooks, one of the important books, the Action Research in Teaching and Learning, a very practical book called Educational Research in Practice, highly recommended. Also, Researching Learning in Higher Education. There's also a chapter, just an introduction to e-research, which I highly recommend that you read before you come to the lunch seminar, but I will send you announcements about it. Also, under the module content and under the various resources, you will find published articles, booklets and guides. In particular, the Introduction to the Pedagogic Research Toolkit, which was developed by the engineering subject group from the Higher Education Academy, is a very easy to read document with lots of good ideas that applies in many areas and not only engineering. Same is also the Getting Started in Pedagogic Research in the Physical Science, where they are talking about biomedical science, chemistry and so on. A lot of them will be available. Also, a number of publications that they talk about the importance of mixed methodologies in educational research and more in detail about the qualitative. The more we progress with the module, I will update this list with new articles and new information, so keep an eye on it. If we go back to the module content and to the e-resources, we have here a list of journals related to teaching and learning. That's a PDF document, and this PDF document, it is a bit lengthy, so you will see actually is a good number of them. What we have done here, we collected the most important journals in the area with information about what is the purpose of the journal, the themes, and also the links to the journals. And it will give you an idea about what is available. Some of them are highly ranked journals, 3 or 4 stars. A number of them are just practitioners ones. I would recommend when you have some time, just go through them and identify a couple of them which you can actually start exploring and downloading articles for your own benefit for your own research projects. So just was another thing. Another important thing, the web resources. Over here we have links to the most important research societies in higher education. Some of them we mentioned them on the residential, let's say the Society for Research in Higher Education or the British Educational Association. The American Educational Research Association contains a lot of interesting information, especially for people interested in quantitative research. and also some more specialized ones like the Association for Learning Technology, which also has its own open access journal, and the European Association for Research on Learning and Instruction. Don't underestimate also the importance of the Economic and Social Research Council, which has a lot of information about research in the social science and in education, and also funding available for you. Another thing, under the module content and under the various resources, is the video and the audio. At the moment, what I have done, I have created two little narrated PowerPoints, one that discusses the importance of interviews and one how we do research design using surveys. One is narrated by myself, another is narrated by another colleague of mine, plus a professional tutorial created by a company that prepares the NVivo, which is a tool for qualitative analysis. So over here, video and audio, the more I will create little presentations for you, you will find this to be updated. Anytime there is significant updates, I will send you an email. Assignments, really important. Really important for you to remember here is that we don't use PebblePad for this particular module. Everything will be submitting using the assignment area here and the particular submission boxes. So there's three pieces of assignment and assessment. The first one, in a way, is your reflective account. So it's a reflection of what did you learn, if you want, about pedagogic research in this module that's important to consider. And roughly we expect 1,500 words for it. You have to submit it using the submission box called reflective account. Okay. Next one, the ethics application. You all have to submit an ethics application. You can download it from here, and you submit it using the ethics application box over here. Although we put the deadline for the 7th of September, I would recommend that you put a draft application the sooner as opposed to later, so we can have an initial discussion. Finally, the most important will be a completed paper that reports on a piece of pedagogic research you will have to carry out as part of this program. You can download the assessment criteria by clicking here. We are expecting that you follow the structure of an identified journal. Normally, most of the journals, they expect a publication roughly between 4,000 and 5,000 words. And you will submit it using the pedagogic research title in the Turnitin box. This will allow you to experience Turnitin, which is a tool that not only allows you to submit your work, but allows to do some match texting for any kind of matching between different articles, but also it will give an interesting way to work with feedback. So my aim is to demonstrate through this module how we can provide effective feedback to people by using this particular tool. Finally, the interaction zone, where you have all the usual tools that you are familiar. The corridor, which is an area where you can create your own threads, and this is unmoderated. You can talk about anything you wish. You can exchange information about books, publications, conferences, but any other interesting stuff you may want to do. The problems forum, where you can report any issues, administrative, technical, and so on, and I will be online and moderating it and replying to questions, to your questions, and hopefully you will do the same to help each other. And at the moment we have the thought discussions, which is the usual format from module 1. The main idea is to help you go through the various readings together. So on agreed times that you will have on your calendar, we will run thought discussion for a period of 2 weeks, normally containing a couple of publications you have to read and then reply to some ideas. The first one, as I told you, is on Monday the 14th. The next one more likely will be after we come back from the summer time, because we appreciate that it's going to be a big break between when you did the residential and when you actually have to submit your ethics application. So it's a good way when you come back in September to have a discussion, so we can bring you back and remind you of what are the expectations. So 2 thought discussions, one in May and one will be announced sometime late August to run at the beginning of September, which, as you know, they are not compulsory, but I'll highly recommend it to take place on. That's all from me. I hope that you will enjoy the module as much as you did with the previous ones. It is perhaps the most important module we have, because it brings together all the elements of teaching and learning and assessing in higher education. And as I told you, the more you talk to each other, the more you try to do some collaborative work, and the more you talk to us, we can help you go through that information. Don't forget that you are all up for submission hopefully in a year. So this module, the deadline for submission of the final piece of work is the 14th of December 2012, and we aim to have you all submitted and awarded both the PG Cert and the fellowship for February 2013.